Good afternoon. Welcome to my channel, Watercolor Painting in the Afternoon. I'm Beth. Today I wanted just to do a quick review of some children's paints. These are Prang, P-R-A-N-G, and they are semi-moist watercolors. I'm just doing this review. They did not ask me to do this review at all. I have zero sponsors, but this particular little set I got because they were so inexpensive. You can find these on Amazon, really inexpensive paints, and you can see I've used them a good bit actually. And they come in this wonderful set of 16 colors, and you have, they're not named. You can pretty much kind of figure out what they are if you've been painting for a while. But I thought I'd swatch them out and let you see them. These paints, there's my semi-dirty water here, but this is 100% cotton paper I'm going to use, and it may seem a little bit strange for me to use 100% cotton paper for such cheap paints, but I wanted to show you what they can do. They're actually not bad, and since Christmas is coming up, if you have a little watercolor artist, or if you just want a set of paints that are inexpensive, but I mean they're actually pretty good. I'm going to review them as in a positive light. So you've got your white. Now of course I'm going to go ahead and swatch the white out here. It probably has a couple of other little hints of color in it, but the white is just there in case you want to make something into a pastel, or a lot of artists won't use white, and that's fine. You don't have to use white, but it's just there if you need it. And then we have this plum purple color right here. One of the things I heard about this paint that I wanted to try is they said that it bleeds really well. These are just schoolhouse paints. This is the kind of paint you're going to find in a lot of classrooms and kids who are in the first and second grade. Here's a deeper purple. I don't know what you'd call that purple. What, a blue purple or dioxazine purple or something? I don't know, but it's a deep bluish purple. Let's try something here. I want you to see how this blooms. See how that blooms out into the wet paint, and it really does a beautiful job of blooming, I think. Let's get this plum and put it in here and see what that does. Oh, look at that. It does a good job of blooming. So if you want that effect, great. It's a good, good little set for that. Here we have, I'm going to call this either a turquoise or kind of a turquoise, yeah. Let's put a drop of the turquoise into the purple and see what happens. That's not spreading quite as much as the other, but that's okay. I mean, we're just experimenting here. But there's the turquoise, and here's kind of I would call this a phthalo green, I guess. See if I can't get a thicker consistency. These are semi-moist, meaning that the binding in the paint is probably not going to dry all the way, and they'll be a little sticky to the touch, but they're fine. They're perfectly fine. And that's a pretty color, and the colors are vivid and nice. I think if you've got a little artist at home, he or she would just really enjoy these paints. They might tell you this is the kind we have at school. I don't know. When I was at school as a little person, we had that tempera paint. Y'all remember that? Made out of a powder. I'm going to put a drop of this phthalo green in here and see. Ooh, look at that spread. Did you see that? That's crazy. Yeah. So some of them do better than others then. Some colors spread better than others. All right, let's do that color again, since I kind of messed it up with the other green. Okay, there's your kind of a spring green or a sap green, however you want to call it. Here's a nice light orange. And we're going to make a little square out of that. Kind of a yellow orange, I guess. Be great for the first layer of a pumpkin. And then a sort of pyrrole or orangey red. Like a, I don't know, I'd call it almost a true red, you know, like a stop sign red or something like that. Let's put a drop of that in the orange, see what happens. You see how quickly that spreads? So that's if you like that effect, then this is a good paint for that. Let's put the light orange back since we just messed that up. Okay. And then we're going to come over here to the other end. And I just realized I'm not scooting my paint up. This was the pyrrole red, the orange, the sap green. So, yeah. Right now down here we have an alizarin crimson type of red. We're going to get that on there. Let's see, we've got these greens are still really wet. Let's try putting the opposite color in there and see what happens. Oh, look at that. That's kind of neat. Okay, and then we have a darker orange. Maybe you'd call it a pyrrole orange. I don't know. It's just an orange. They don't have fancy names. Red orange instead of yellow orange. I don't know. And then a yellow. And this yellow is a light yellow. Really nice. Light and bright lemony yellow. I think it's got a little green in it. And I'll take some of that and just drop it in right to the center of that red. See what happens. There we go. Pretty cool, pretty slick. All right, let's see, can you see this? Yeah, my next color is a deeper green here. So we've got a lot of greens, right? This one is just kind of a Kelly green. I mean, it's just a bright green. I'm going to drop a little bit of it into the yellow so that you can see how it spreads. And then we have, I don't know what you'd call this blue, maybe an ultramarine. Let's find out. Okay, so I got momentarily interrupted. My daughter came in the room and she was looking for some lunch. So we stopped and got some lunch. Let me move this camera just a little bit so that I can include. There we go. Now we can see what I'm doing. All right, so this color here, we decided was a little bit kind of like an ultramarine blue. So that's that one right there. And that also gave me an opportunity to clean up my water. And then here we have another purple. There's plenty of purples in this. This is a very deep purple. And then we've got a nice soft brown. I don't know what you would say. This is somewhere between burnt sienna and burnt umber, I think. So I'm not sure what you'd say about that brown. But, or what you would call, what you call it. Kind of a coffee brown, you know, coffee with a little bit of milk. And then of course you have a black. Let's put the black down. And it's a nice, I think it's a warm black. It looks like an ivory black. And let's just put a dot of that in the middle of the brown. And you can see how that spreads nicely. And another thing about this set, if you are thinking about getting it for yourself or somebody else, you can take this little plastic cover. Now, I just got finished cleaning this because I wanted to show it to you. And obviously it stains a little bit, right? It is plastic. But it's very easy to take it off and clean it. You just have to gently, you know, not with a lot of force, but gently pull down and it just clicks right off. And you can take that to the sink and clean it. So, I mean, you know, this is just a little product review in case you're looking for something to give a little artist in your life, or you want something, a very inexpensive paint that you can play with, and you don't have to worry about, well, I'm breaking the bank on this paint, and you're not breaking the bank, and it's a very nice paint to work with. Let's paint a quick little, I don't know, maybe a rose or something, and we'll see how it looks. So let's just say we're painting something like this, and I'm gonna clean that off, and I'm gonna pull the paint out a little bit, just like that. This is how I've been doing my roses here lately. Just touch it a little bit right there. Okay, and then we've got, well, I almost dipped my brush in my coffee just then. Have you ever done that? Goodness gracious. Okay, and here we go. I'm gonna do another petal here, and yeah, I'm gonna touch the petal. See that? Look at that. Just bleed right in. And then come around here and do the same. And again, we're going to bring the petal out. I hope I'm keeping that in the frame. Yes, I am. Okay. I'm learning, y'all, to look up a little bit every now and then. Sometimes I don't do that very well, and I get out of frame and everything. And I have to throw the video away. I have to start over. It's awful. But see, that's not bad. That looks about like what your basic, any watercolor paint you have, you know, is gonna look. It's doing a pretty good job, and I like to use this little praying set every now and then just to play with. And it's super inexpensive. There's a set right now on Amazon. You can get a little, the set of praying watercolors along with a little mixed media book. And I think the whole thing is about $13, maybe $13, $14. How affordable is that? So now, these are my last petals. This is the last I'll do, but I just wanted to see. I wanted you to see what this paint can do. It's not bad for child's paint, is it? A little bit too much water there. All right. Not bad for child's paint. So, anyway, that's that. And there's your basic little rose. And you know, we can put maybe a little bit of extra, I'm just gonna kind of fuzz that out along the edges there because I don't want it to be too, yeah, that's better. I didn't want it to have a hard edge. But this paint, you know, it acts pretty well. It does pretty well, and I think you might like it. And if you do, then I'm glad that I gave you the suggestion. There we go. Just a little bit on the inside there to make it darker on the inside. We do that sometimes. And that's it. All right. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a quick thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I hope that you'll enjoy these praying paints. And if you've got a little one who likes to paint, this is a great set either for them or for you. See you next time.